The minute you walked in the joint, I could see you were a man of distinction, a real big spender. Good looking, so refined. Say, wouldn't you like to know what's going on in my mind? So let me get right to the point. I don't pop my cork for every guy I see. Hey, big spender, spend a little time with me. Wouldn't you like to have fun, fun, fun? How's about a few laps, laps? I could show you a good time. Let me show you a good time. She walked in the joint. I could see you were a man of distinction, a real big spender. Good looking, so refined. Say, wouldn't you like to know what's going on in my mind? So let me get right to the point. I don't pop my cork for every guy I see. Hey, big spender. Hey, big spender. Hey, big spender. Hey, a little time with me.
Now, Jessie, last week, Rachel actually named you as her most kind of serious threat in the competition. Do you think of yourself as a serious contender?
Well, you know what, Graham, to get a comment like that from somebody like Rachel, who I really, really look up to in this competition, it was just like the ultimate compliment. But I take my position in this competition really seriously, so I'm not giving it up easily.
And would you see Rachel as serious competition?
Yeah.
And now, Andrew hasn't been your biggest supporter so far. So how nervous were you going in to work one-on-one with him?
If I'm being honest, I was really, really nervous. And I was so pleased when you said last week you'd like to work with me, and I was so pleased that the public kept me in as well. But I left smiling, and so did you, so I think that could be a good sign. I just want to grow with the competition and hopefully keep coming back as the weeks go on.
All right, well, let's see what the panel think tonight. Barry, are you convinced that Jessie or Ashley could still be Nancy?
Well, in a night of wonderful performances, I think Jessie's was the star performance tonight. Because, Jessie, you really channeled that song, I think, and you have the gift of stillness and purity, which is an essential part of Nancy. I found a quote from Dickens in the 3rd edition of Oliver Twist. He wrote an introduction, and he said that Nancy, describing her, he said, Nancy is a fair drop of water in a weed-choked well. That was the London of that period, and I think you brought all that wonderful purity to the role.
Jessie,
and Ashley, you're still here. Isn't that great? But you've been doing so well. To me, though, I didn't feel that those saucy looks and those coy expressions really worked. They didn't charm me, I'm afraid.
OK, I'm going to move on to John. John, talk to us about Jessie and Ashley.
First of all, Jessie, I was worried, as Andrew's worried about Niamh, about age, and I was worried about your age. But you know what? I've been a friend of Judy Garland's for all my life, and let me tell you, that was absolutely sensational. That was just as good as Judy's performance. Ashley, last week, I think you turned a corner because you really put a character in that song. And I disagree with Barry. I thought you played the character definitely well. That wasn't Ashley. That was another side of Ashley. And that's what we need to see with Nancy. Different colours and different sides.
She's an actress.
Exactly.
OK, mixed comments so far. Denise?
Yeah, I totally agree with John when it comes to Ashley. That was just the right amount of sexiness and cheekiness required for that number, and I know that number very well. You acted it very well. And a nice comedic side we saw to you tonight, which is something perhaps you could bring to the role of Nancy. Jessie, that wasn't the performance of the night. That was the performance of the series. Yeah. I'm speechless. It was absolutely mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. And all of the girls should be looking up to you tonight.
Wow. Andrew, Jessie or Ashley, did they take everything you said on board?
Well, Jessie, I didn't need to tell you anything. That was the greatest performance I have ever heard a young girl of your age give. It's quite extraordinary. Quite extraordinary. Ashley, what an act to follow. But you did. The thing is that when I work one-on-one with you, when I get something from you that I don't see completely on the stage. I do hope you stay with us because I'd love to try again. It was a really good stab. I know the song was made famous by Shirley Bassey, and I know it was a chorus number. We talked about that and how Shirley changed it for herself. You did very well with it. I just don't quite get that final connection with an audience yet.